If I feel the need. I mean, like handouts, things like written notes and stuff like that, because it is not time efficient to put those in roll 20 if they're spur of the moment, which a lot of things end up being spur of the moment. Make sure everybody here is actually invited into the Daggerheart group. So and content sharing is on.
Okay.
If there's problems with it, let me know, but it tells me right now content sharing is on.
Okay.
Mhm.
For sure, for sure. Right on, right on.
So, who are we missing?
Just my one more.
Is it? No, that's Thursday. Um,
Max, yeah. Maximus.
oh, and he had. Oh, yeah.
There was a guy that left, right?
But we're still at 5.
Yeah. We are.
Right. Let's see. I can't.
Maybe he doesn't see it.
It is. I'm sure there's a more straightforward a voice chat like there was for channels.
Yeah, I can do it.
Oops, I put it in the wrong spot.
Hello.
Hello.
So, the way I go through session 0, it's going to be a pretty straightforward time. Clearly, you all already did a lot of the stuff that might have been done in session 0. So I'm just going to talk about me, my background, my expectations. Then I'm going to have everybody explain or talk about themselves a little bit, and we're just gonna feel it out today. Make sure that we're in a group that we want to be in, if that makes sense. Make sure everybody gets along. Make sure all of our expectations are in the same place. And make sure we're all aware of how things are going to go down in general. So, hi, I'm Nick. Online, I mostly go by Cake. I will respond to either one, both in person and online, because I am so used to hearing that name at this point. I've been on Start Playing specifically. I think my first game was in, yes, it's been about 3 years now. And my double check 575 games. Yeah. Almost all of those are in Pathfinder 2e. Almost. I've also done some community day games for things like Brindlewood Bay, which is a game about grannies that are detectives in a small town. I've done Discworld for a Discworld event day. Did a Root RPG. We've done Blades in the Dark. Team Deathmatch Island. Everybody really liked that one and wants to do that one again, actually. But yeah, I've done big variety of games, but primarily Pathfinder 2e. I've been DMing for 15 years at this point, pretty consistently, and as I'm pretty sure a lot of you sympathize with, a lot of people on the server sympathize with the Forever GM curse as a whole. So I have basically turned into the Forever GM for the Forever GMs, which is an interesting spot to be in. Basic things about... Okay, so has anybody not played games through Start Playing before? I know there's a big marketing push specifically for Daggerheart, so there's a lot of new people coming in.
Yeah, I haven't been playing through Stop Playing before. This is my first game.
Okay.
2.
Okay, so as far as Start Playing goes, there's some things that aren't super straightforward with how they do things. And it's not like they have a super obvious terms and conditions or anything, and I want to make sure you are all aware of everything that goes on with them on their side. One, they lock you into a session 24 hours before the session starts, meaning you cannot skip a session 24 hours beforehand. Any time before that, sure, but if you see a session scheduled and it's for 6 p.m. tomorrow and Start Playing will not let you skip. Talk to me. I will let you skip because I have control over like 4 different ways I can skip for you. And my personal policy as far as that goes is a 4-hour window. 24 hours is a little I don't want to say
Thanksgiving.
aggressive, but yeah, it's a big window, and you never know when people are going to be stuck at work. You never know when people are going to have an emergency. You can't predict when your cat has to go to the vet that morning, and there's no reason that you should be punished here for that, and I don't intend on doing that. So my window, instead of a 24-hour window, I ask for a 4-hour window, and that is less so as a time saver for me, but more so because that makes it so everybody else in the group knows some ahead of time if there's going to be enough people to play. At 3 people for a bi-weekly game, I will probably still have us run. At 2 people, I do not think that's feasible in any way. So 3 people is going to probably, like, if as a group you decide you don't want to play with 4, we will play. 5, of course we'll play. 3, I'm going to assume yes, but if as a group you don't want to, we all agree that we'll do that, and we'll skip at 3 people if you want to. That is, it's like a 30% of the time I've seen my other games that we skip at 3 people. I feel like it might be less likely with this because we are bi-weekly. Aside from that bit, as far as how start playing charges you, because I don't think they're super clear with this either, unfortunately. 1 hour after the game starts, that is when the charge goes through. If the charge doesn't go through for whatever reason, I get notified, you get notified. I'm not too about it. I've never had a reason to harass people about it, because unless you do something to break my trust, I'm just going to trust that you figure it out on your end, unless it becomes completely obvious that you had no idea that it happened, which has happened. But yeah, I'm not going to hunt you down. I'm not going to ban you, anything like that. If for some reason your card doesn't go through, that's over the top. No. I've had a person that I didn't even personally notice not get charged for 3 sessions straight or so, and then I see them pay me 6 months later. So I'm going to work with you as long as you prove yourselves to be, reasonable people too. Start playing also will, like, you are not going to be charged 15 because start playing takes off both your end and my end, unfortunately. I believe for your end, they do a service charge for 10%, and then on my end, they do 10 or 15%. So I can only complain about it so much. That's just how they're doing it. Just as long as you're aware that there will be a service charge of about 10% on top of the 15, which I don't have control over. They were supposed to also start doing sales tax this year, which they didn't. I don't know what happened with that, but if it comes up again, I'm going to let everybody know, because it's... You sign up for a game, I can anyway. Once you are on the schedule, the absolute maximum you can be charged is what you signed up for from my end. Like, if Start Playing does something with their terms, I'm the best I can do is make sure everyone is in the loop on it. Aside from that, it is also violating terms and conditions if I try to ask for payment for the games outside of Start Playing, which I've had people say, "Oh, no, I missed the session, or I signed up late or something, let me pay you through Venmo." I don't want to get banned from Start Playing, and I've seen people get banned for very minor things like that. So we're just gonna stick with start playing as a system, and if anything comes up, that's just something we have to talk about. It's the least fun part of, I'd say, the entire session 0 conversation. Well, other than things like harassment, don't harass people. If I have to tell you how to not be an asshole, you probably don't belong here. But I don't tolerate any sort of transphobia. You're all also playing Daggerheart, which is a fairly progressive, made by progressive people, a relatively progressive system as itself. So it's one of those things. If I have to tell you how to not be an asshole, chances are you don't belong. But it's another thing I've never had a problem with. Any random policy questions that anybody here has for the super dry section? Nope. Okay. And if you think of anything, you can always just put it down in the chat or message me. I'm mostly an open, I'm around. I know I haven't been super actively replying to everything in this chat. That's slightly intentional because I want you guys to decide amongst yourselves without me trying to guide you in that. Other than that, demi-plane, yeah. So when I do things in order, I just go from the top down in whatever chat I'm looking at. So I'm going to start with Matt. Matt, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Mm-hmm. James.
James here. I am very new to RPGs. Started though watching Critical Role, so very similar. But I am on season 3. I have not watched season 2 or 1 yet. And this is my second start playing game, so far so good. And I am in the States. I'm in Texas. Work at a vet hospital. And yeah, that's all I got.
Agnes.
Evening, everybody. My name's actually Quinn. I am from Canada as well, but in the less smoky part on the West Coast. And yeah, I used to do a lot of TTRPGs many years ago, but this is kind of my first foray getting back into it. Most exposure now through either Critical Role or other sort of actual play kind of stuff. And I feel like I do play a lot of board games, so I'm good with rules and understanding games broadly. And yeah, just figured I'd take the plunge and give it a try. And I have a couple other folks I know have other platform games online and really enjoyed it. So here I am. Yeah. Thanks all.
And I'm not sure what to. Your character name's Billman, I assume.
Yes. No. My character name is Sodan Storm. But
Okay.
yeah, I can explain. My username on Discord is Billman, but my real name is Simon. Well, I played D&D for like 5 years at this point, and I've finished like 3 or 4 campaigns in that span. I am from Europe, well, technically Sweden, and it's
No, that's fine. So yeah, you guys shared things I forgot to share. I'm a New Yorker. Every once in a while, I'm going to slip into a weird mix of an accent between my native Idaho and a New Yorker accent, and I hate it and I can't control it. I will try to avoid any sort of southern/rednecky accent because that brings something out that I have a hard time changing back from.
It's like me when I try to do an Irish accent. I'm hooped.
I'm angling this game to go roughly. It's hard to really guesstimate with Daggerheart because, like a lot of games that have a 20-ish level structure, where levels 1 through 5, you can assume that you're going to be roughly local to regional level power. And Daggerheart kind of goes to level 10. So I am not 100% sure how it's going to feel once you get to 4th or 5th level. That's part of why I said, hey, we're going to try to end around that point, see how it feels. I also don't know 100% how long that'll take. Because something like Pathfinder, I can very easily estimate, 3 or 4 sessions per level. This one, maybe 3 or 4. I'm not sure. I usually go by milestone leveling anyway, but I've done both XP based and milestone leveling through most of the games I've done, and the pace is usually about the same in both. I also saw you all talking a little bit before about written adventures pretty recently, actually, and how a lot of y'all do not seem to enjoy running written adventures, right? Well, I mean, no, this is not a written adventure, for what it's worth. The only written one that they have that is the Sablewood one, and that's not even a full written adventure right now. That's just the one that they've been doing at all the conventions. Which I have run the Sablewood games because I actually started doing Daggerheart at Gen Con 2 years ago. I was running Gen Con for Darrington back when it was in beta. But yeah, you guys get to enjoy one of my few and far between homebrew style games, and I will warn you right now, I go off the rails if not even an if. Chances are I'll go off the rails. And I will have to very deliberately rein myself in on this. I also am very aware I did not give you guys next to any information, which is also deliberate because we're building the town kind of around how your characters are. If there wasn't anybody that had a sailory background, we wouldn't be on a coast. But as I recall from reading through the chat, there's 2 of you that have that. Yes, no.
Yep.
So it's going to be a coastal town because of the backgrounds that we have. What sort of things do each of you? What sort of things are we not sure about right now? Because we seem to have a very good plan for what everyone is playing. But do you have your connections? Do you have? I would assume so. We don't need to assume that we all know each other beforehand. Connections can be something as loose as I've met this person once or twice, and they helped me out 3 or 4 years ago when I was in need, and that is the extent of my connection. Or a connection can be as deep as we are literally siblings. So that's going to be up to all of you. The other group does have somebody that they're 2 people that are nomadic travelers that only come through the town once every couple years, and their extent of the connection with the town is pretty much stopping in to trade. So don't feel like you need to know each other well, but the connections do imply you do need to have at least some exposure to one another. So, let's go up the opposite direction. I know you all spoke about your characters in the chat, but let's outwards with connections. And I go in the opposite direction. I do snakes on it. So Zodan on the way up. Let's hear about your character.
Yeah. He's an orc. That is a seraph. I'm thinking of going nomad, actually. Well, I haven't really thought more than that, to be honest.
That's fine.
Because, yeah. But there was someone in chat that said, what's it called? Matt. Yeah, Matt said, me and him could have had a connection.
What class were you?
Seraph.
That's right. Oops. And you said that's about all you have right now, which is fun.
Yes.
Quinn, you said that's your name, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I've got a Goblin Ranger going with Wildborn. And this is kind of like a recent pivot, and I just didn't have any time today to dig into it further. But I think something along the lines of kind of what you had just mentioned there, Nick, that somebody who's like separate from this town but is like familiar with it, knows about it, goes through sort of like once in a while, because I think the adventure is like centered around a town and like this whatever it is that's underneath it or something like that, right?
Yes. So as far as the plot hook goes, there's going to be all of you in the town at the same time. There's going to be a problem that more or less they cannot own. And whether you are from here or you are visiting, you're going to be reached out to help. It's going to feel like a fairly generic start, but when it gets down to it, how many TTRPGs do not start in a contrived way, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so I think that would be sort of coming through town, pulled into this kind of experience, and so probably familiar with some of these folks just through their, roles. So if there's, I think the two Seaborn characters, like if they're kind of trading, you know what I mean, like that kind of thing. That's always that's like pretty easy way to go. But yeah, something like that. That's
Okay.
what I'd probably start with.
James, what do you got? Nope. All right. Matt.
My little guy, my old grumpy guy, is a wizard. Sorry, halfling wizard. Basically worked part-time on the boats. Went back and forth quite a bit. He basically used as
You're lagging.
I'm lagging.
Well, maybe it was on my end or something. I don't know.
No, you were cutting out just a little bit.
Was I? Okay, here, I'll bring my mic closer. Maybe that'll help. Then it won't clip. Yeah, so he's a halfling wizard. He's going to be an icebreaker as far as when he's on the pirate ship, so he gets hired, and then back on land when he's not. Lost love kind of thing, got grumpy, went inside, went eternal, and then took some time and decided to follow Critical, the Guardian, and get out of my shell. Go do something.
Okay. And okay, so let's see.
And yeah, Sean is a one of the turtles. He's a turtle guardian.
And I'm not going to remember what the ancestries are called either, so turtle. Is he also Seaborn?
He was the other Seaborn, yes.
Okay, and then whenever James is ready to talk about your character.
I'm back. Sorry, guys. My character is Cross. He is I named him something. A highborn revenant, which is what I'm calling a human mixed with a clank. He was left for dead and found by another clank that saved him by using clank parts. And now he's kind of juggling that while trying to make a living with whatever way he has. He does have ties to obviously high society, but he kind of keeps that in his back pocket.
What class were you?
Rogue.
Okay. Okay. So traits. Make sure we go through and things like I'm not going to be too concerned about starting equipment as long as you largely follow the guidelines there. Same thing with armor. We need, though, probably to at least talk about step 7 being experiences, just to make sure that we keep them roughly on par with one another. Experiences being words or phrases that are going to describe things that you've been through that will, because you've experienced these things, that give you a slight bonus when they apply to things you do actively in the world. Try to not make them too broad. Something like strong is too broad, because you can apply strong to almost anything you can do. Try not to make it too narrow, like, I love my mom, because, I mean, good, but I want you to still be able to apply it to things. The examples are straightforward, can be anywhere from things like, oh, soldier, to something like a healer. It could be a skill like, repair, observant, or if you want to be most interesting, the best ones in my opinion are phrases. Things like, I won't let you down, or the show must go on. Things that are a phrase that show personality besides just those singular words. Those are also a lot more flexible, I think. So if anybody has ideas on their experiences, they can speak up on them, and those give us some personality, but I'm not going to say you have to have those today. I just want to make sure that we have them, and I'd also rather them start as too broad so we can narrow them down if necessary, instead of trying to broaden them.
Arats or Erits. Haven't quite decided which way we're going yet on that one. What were mine? So I have tip of the iceberg. So obviously broad, but still on some. Whether that's the whole 2/3 below the water or a third above, or as far as a narrative side of things, I think that could be a lot of fun. And then my second one would be friends in low places, just as far as pirate ship living.
A general question, real quick. How can I see? Because I want to pitch Seraph. How can I see that on demo plane?
So on Demiplane, I'm not actually sure how it is when shared with you. You should have access to it just in your library.
Library, okay.
Right, library, it's the core book, and it's not a straight PDF, it's a parsed PDF that on the left, just go down to classes, and there's all the classes and drop downs from there.
Well, so do I click on the book?
Yep.
And then what I need to click?
Click on the book. Does it should here actually, let's make sure that this can be a screen share time, I suppose. Make sure that we know what we're doing. Okay, so from my end, I'll actually just go to this from groups. Okay. Do you see it?
Yeah, I see it now.
Okay, so
Choose games, okay.
Yep. Games, I'm gonna go to Daggerheart. It's a little bit of a mess. Honestly, I am not 100% on board with how Demiplane does it, because it should just have the way I just had it had a library tab. It's one of those other things that a player versus GM divide isn't. Game rules. It's in game rules. Here we go. Well, I guess that's actually another way, because I'm in the Demiplane Nexus right now. We can go to of course. I'm clicking too fast for this thing. Game rules. We also have the option of going here, and Seraph is over here on the game rules section. So this is also usable. I generally personally prefer to use a more PDF style thing, but a lot of people like this because it feels a lot more like D&D Beyond. Let's see, how do I even get back to where I was and actually able to use the book? Also, if it's not completely obvious, I do not use Demiplane very... there's the library. So, yeah. This is what I was trying to get you to do. And just go through here. And this is what I'm going to be most of the time. And what I was having you do, classes and Seraph from here as more book style things. But let's talk some more about those experiences, which should be... These are not. Does anybody else have experiences that they have thought out that they want to talk about?
Yeah, sure. So I'm doing one that's just kind of like a tracker. I did not take the, so I don't know, kind of amp up my class in that way without using a domain card, kind of. It's obviously just like having an experience bonus is not the same as the domain card, but yeah, doing it that way. And then the other one that I had was deceptively cute. I was thinking of like a cute little goblin running around and maybe using that to give people the wrong impression sometimes when it can be useful, kind of thing.
Oh, did you say the first one was? I'm sorry.
Just like a tracker.
Okay.
I think it's just one of those like example ones in there. I think somewhere in there.
I mean, yeah. If it's not, it's very much on the along the lines of. Do we have any experiences for our other two?
I'm thinking up of my last one. The first one is Born to Ride.
Okay.
It's basically when I ride an animal, I get I get the +2 when I ride an animal or something. I don't know. And the last experience, I don't know yet.
That's fine. And the big reason that I was talking about experiences right now is because that's really going to help guide us through how to make connections, because we need to know kind of who the other characters are before we can really make those that well.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't going to be 100% locked in. If you want to change this before we actually play session 1, you can change it before we do session 1. You're not locked into pretty much anything. In fact, as far as the game as a whole is going to go, because Daggerheart's new, I'm going to just open it up to, if you want to change your character at any point from you don't like your community, you don't like your ancestry, change it. Just say that you're changing it, and the way I almost always run this is everyone should treat it as if it had always been that way. Your character is not going to go from a wizard to a fighter and everybody's going to be like, oh, where'd your magic go? we're just going to pretend the entire time you've been a fighter, just because we don't need to explain it within the fiction. I'd rather you all have a good time playing the character, and if you decide you don't want to play the class that you came up and started playing with, you should not be stuck with that character. So, everyone's going to be relatively free to change things around and experiment as they want. And I'm going to also be very deliberate about making sure that you don't feel like you have to have some sort of balanced party with a bunch of very specified roles. If you guys all if you wanted to play with 5 bards, you could play with 5 bards. We'd make it work. To make sure I don't. So. How about we go from back at the top down, starting with Matt, and working down the chat order. Ask a question to any other character for them to answer, or like there's the example one I have, but you can make up your own question. Things along the lines of, "Hey, I did you a favor once. What was that favor?" Or, "I stole something from you when we were younger. What was that thing?" So, yeah, just pick one person, ask a question, and then I want us to go again in the opposite direction, where you ask one other person a different question. So everybody's going to ask 2 questions total. And don't forget that we have somebody not here, so I'm going to make sure that Sean also gets 2 questions. So we're gonna figure that out.
Wait, before I thought of one experience, lore master.
Okay.
Well, question, eh? Let's what do we got here? We got a Hybrid Rogue. We got a Guardian that's not here. Got a Seraph.
And if you want your question to be to the Guardian, just let me know, and we'll just reserve that for later.
And then the other one was the Goblin Ranger. Okay. Let's say.
Oh, right, that was a. Oh, no, never mind.
Let's go with Megs. So, Megs, you and I crossed paths many years ago. Now, at that point in time, I was a much happier person. My life hadn't quite fallen apart at that point. When we bumped into each other, you kind of rubbed me the wrong way the one night. What was it that you did?
Who did you ask? Sorry.
Thanks to me.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that it was at like a tavern or something along those lines, and I was, flirting with your lady fair there. I can't, and yeah, something along, and whether that is like, the meet cute between the two of you, or you already had this established relationship, and I just sort of tried to butt in there. I think either of those are like good options, but yeah, that's kind of where I would go with it.
And then I would imagine that we kind of, after a little scuffle, got over it, and next thing you know, a few cups deep and making fast friends for the evening, and then off to our regular lives post after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just keep track of that between you two. I'm just making sure for now that we have everyone has a rough, even amount of things. So next, James, I need somebody a question. Connection 2.
All right. I did add my 2 experiences in chat for you.
Yeah, I just noticed him. Yep.
What do we got here? I'll go with, is it Showdown?
This is Showdown, yeah.
We cross paths on a job that I was doing. And you covered for me. Why?
Ooh. Have you met before this or no?
No?
No, okay.
First time.
First time seeing each other. Why did I cover for you? I thought you had a... Wait. I thought you had a good heart, and I had never met the Clank before, so I wanted to cover for you so you didn't get in trouble.
Alright, cool. It's his deception's working.
I put a question for Red, for the Guardian there inside the chat there, Jake, just so you're aware.
Yep, I'm throwing it in right now.
Oh, I threw the connection question in there for him and tagged him on it.
Yeah, I'm putting it in my my edited stuff up here to keep track of it.
Yes.
Mag, question from you, I believe.
Okay. So for James, so when I think of when I was thinking of this wild-born goblin, I was thinking kind of like a village at the base of a big tree. So not kind of like living up amongst the treetops, but just like down at the bottom, where and under the sort of the shadowy canopy. And I think you came to my village for one, even though it's like out of the way, it's not necessarily easy to find. But you came there sort of seeking something, and we encountered each other then. And what was it?
What was I seeking? There was a lost scroll that was rumored to be hidden somewhere in the village, and I was tasked with bringing it back. Other than that, I don't ask many questions.
And last question on this go through, Zodan. Connection to somebody. Question for someone.
Connection to.
Right now, the Eret is the only one that has not been asked a question.
Okay. So I should probably do that. I was traveling through a boat. We are with a boat through to the coast of the town. We all are gonna start in. This is to Earth, by the way, or Matt.
Yep.
Yeah. And I just saw you very, very sad because you had maybe just lost your. Was it the wife or?
Yep, my wife was lost at one point.
Yeah. I saw you spiral downwards. I can't really come up with something right now.
It's fine. It's fine. We don't. This is one. Sorry. This is one of those things that we don't have to do right now. As long as we get questions in prior to session 1, that's fine. At the very least, right now, we know who you will be asking a question to.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
and it's about the boat or something. Yeah.
Yep.
We met on the boat. Yeah.
And because I snake it, who else would you want to ask a question to? Once again, you don't have to think up the question right now, but as of now, everybody is open for a second question. Who do you want to ask a second question to?
I want to ask the Goblin Ranger.
Okay.
I want to ask him, why do you think we share a bond?
So I think this is the orc seraph, right?
Yeah, orc self nomad. So he's
Mad.
traveling around. Yeah. A lot.
Well, I was just thinking how, like with the sort of the answer from James, like that was my character's sort of introduction to the world outside and the idea of like, geez, maybe I should get out of this village and see what else is going on. And I think in doing so, you know, joined your sort of caravan or your sort of like eventually kind of ended up joining your caravan or whatever it is that, you know, your nomad kind of troop for a short period of time. And I think in that time we sort of, you know, just had nights around the campfire bonding over this kind of me being excited to live this life of outside of what I was used to, and you being the one who can like explain to me, you know, what that's like, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Curious question for the two of you: are you guys the same shade of green then, or?
I don't know. I was thinking about that earlier. Actually, I was like, I think I gotta pick a color. I don't think it's gonna be green, but because I was,
Yeah,
but yeah, I did.
my character is gonna
I'm
be
the one
green.
to Baby Yoda.
Yeah, exactly. You're like a little bit too close, I think. Yeah.
You can do, you know, Gizmo-esque.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, this sort of the brown and white. Yeah.
As long as you got the big goblin ears.
Exactly.
Key
Some, like,
feature.
Island cow bangs. Like, really just go wild with it.
Okay. Next, I believe, Mag, a question to someone.
Well, I might at this point save one for the Guardian.
All right.
Because I feel
No
we've got
problem.
connections, you know, built across the table with myself, with folks that are here.
Yeah.
So I think I'll save one.
Okay.
And I'll do that in the same way that Matt kind of did. I'll just use the chat when he's able to.
That's fine.
Easy to think it's another 2 weeks before we actually start playing.
Plenty of time to figure that out.
Yeah.
James.
All right.
Well, I'm looking at this.
Aaron,
Yeah, you don't have anything to air it. That's
I was
what I'm
going to
looking
ask Matt a question. Does he already have one?
at. No, he sells a spot for it.
Okay. I spent time aboard your ship. Let's say about a week or so of travel time. And it ended in you throwing me overboard. What were we doing, and why'd you throw me over?
Nice. Okay.
Gotta make you work for it.
Yeah. Ended in me throwing you overboard. And you gotta remember, man, I'm a halfling. Like, I'm like in my 50s.
I'm not very strong.
You gotta
Don't
tweak
let the
with this
robot
guy to really get under his skin. Okay, and James is a human made of half metal.
Well, just his arm and then half his face.
Well, and then I guess just to confirm, are you made of metal or are you made out of a different material, wood or anything else, or is it metal?
No, it's metal, but it's mainly his left arm and then like just up his neck and on the left side of his face. Everything
I
else
dig
is
it.
still human.
All the parts that matter. So,
Well,
ended up to
one
me
of the-
throwing you over. You know what? In all honesty, this is probably more of a good tale than a bad one. This isn't so much an anger thing. This is more so on the fishing end. Let's go with during our sails, we were heading north for a specific type of fishing expedition. So I was right up front, controlling the ice flows, moving them out of the way, creating the jetties where we need them. In that moment, you came up. You were interested to see exactly how I was fandangling all this, and in that few minutes that you were spending up there with me, we actually managed to see a giant squid who was thrifting through the sea. Yourself being much larger than me, I just looked down, grabbed a chain and handed it to you, and basically said, "Hey man, let's go see if we can catch this together," and just kind of gave you a little push. And over you went, chain in hand, and just trying to hammer to get that squid.
Did we get
So,
it?
used you as bait for squid fishing, giant squid fishing. I would imagine you being a little bit more agile than an old wizard like myself. I would have imagined that you probably would have landed right on top of it, being that I did push you in that nick of time. Now I could even see you as much as like surfing this thing while trying to find a way to actually tie a chain to a squid somehow. Whether or not use your dagger or your arm through the chain into the squid, or however you manage to grasp this thing, ball is in your park.
All right, we made it big that time.
And squid fishing
I
in
like
the Arctic.
Human bait.
Semi-human bait. People bait. We can go
Fair.
with people. Humanoid bait.
Okay, it feels like that is. I'm looking at it. You've all balanced it out really well. I'm pretty sure everybody has exactly one connection to every other character. So it worked out perfectly. Other than that, I did link the roll 20. I see one person already in here. It does have a super nice, convenient. When you add a character, you click on the drop down instead of just plus character. And that makes it so you can pull one in directly from Demiplane.
So do we launch the game now?
You should be able to with just clicking the
okay.
Roll20 join. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a way, like, do we have to connect
Oh,
it
nice.
into Roll20. That's
Yeah, the drop-down menu will let you link to Demiplane account, and then once you do that, it'll let you link the character.
but I think I still need to join the Roll20 game first, and that's the part that I'm
Oh,
asking.
yeah.
you.
What's that?
Yeah, you gotta launch it.
Ignore Big Jim. That was my sample to make sure that it was going in properly.
Why are the character sheets on Roll20 better than the character sheets on Demiplane?
Why I accidentally made two characters. Can you, Cake? Can
Yeah.
you take away one of my characters? Like delete it. I accidentally made two. Yeah, thank you. Um,
There we go.
you need facials. That's funny.
There we go. So me and Sean, we love having seaweed facials. We don't tell anybody though.
Cross
Yeah.
definitely saw you with the seaweed facial. That's why you threw him overboard.
But it still says that you need to unlock the Seraph on the character sheet. Cake.
I don't know what that would, because everyone else got their stuff in fine, right?
Mine's
So
still
what's the-
locked as well.
It's locked. Interesting.
Certain.
Classes are locked, yeah.
Yeah. So I can do it like on paper because I've got the book, but
Yeah.
To do it in Demiplane, I'd to jump through some more hoops. So I don't really care one way or the other.
Maybe if you go to groups, Cake can do something there.
Okay, so to be clear, is the problem on Demiplane or is it on Roll20?
Demiplane. Like the characters are locked for us, so we can't pick them.
Sharing? Oh. For some reason, it didn't automatically share with the two of you while other people did have it shared. Okay.
Okay. That's weird.
But that should be fixed now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now I can shoot it. Select class. Choose subclass. Winged Sentinel.
Sweet.
That's.
Yeah, I want to be a healer, so.
Roll20 is a far cry from Foundry, eh?
So it's like using Roll20, kind of like the protocol for like transparency kind of thing, like rather than kind of just like rolling at home. I got another Roll12. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's going to not just be for transparency's sake, but also things are going to be color coded just so it's really easy and fast for me to see it. Yeah, it's dual purpose, transparency and ease of use. So I want to be able to just glance over and see the results of the roll without it taking like an extra 15 minutes per session for everyone figuring out what their rolls mean before they tell me.
Arcane Gauntlets.
Hey.
Hello, Dex. I want the two-handed weapon though.
Oh, it doesn't auto roll. It doesn't do the 3D roll off the sheet.
Oh, that's a setting that I'd have to crank
Okay.
on. I can put that on though. There.
Ooh, I can. Ooh, this seems fun. This seems fun. I'm gonna do that.
Bay.
Main deck cards. So what the main deck cards do you guys have?
I get to figure. You share with the guardians, I think, right?
Yeah, exactly. Or the only guardian.
Oh, right.
Yes,
This is.
yeah.
So yeah, you might have to ask him later. Put it in the chat. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
How'd you change your avatar, James, in Roll20 there? Just on your camera or whatever.
Like the main one, you mean?
Yeah, you just put your picture of your new guy in there, or did that just automatically populate when you connected your sheet?
Oh yeah. When you connect your sheet, it automatically goes in there.
Close file. Character sheet.
There are not a lot of hit points.
Just remember, when it comes to hit points, that you're not getting hit for 6 HP at a time or anything like that. Because it pretty much entirely just goes by your damage thresholds instead. So, so even somebody with 6, like, it doesn't matter if I hit you for 30 damage, you're only getting the 3 marked off.
Yeah, you say that, and then all of a sudden you pull a session 2 of Umbra, and...
No. Do not spoil it.
Oh, I know. I haven't watched it yet either, man. I'm waiting for tomorrow, but... It's just the fact that he knocked 2 of them out, that's... I can't wait. I'm stoked to play
Tomorrow,
the system in general.
I gotta wait till Tuesday.
Yeah.
The hit points can go fast. It's like you know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh, I'm not saying that it won't
Yeah.
happen. You just won't get one shot.
Yeah.
Well, what's funny
Until he
is they
spends
did-
4 fear.
No, please, no.
Don't get too attached to these guys. We'll have to create new characters in 2 weeks.
Session 1, TPK.
You'll be happy to know that in the entire server, only one person has died more than once, and he's died about 10 times. So,
Shit. Wow.
Good day.
Mm.
in fact, he took a break for a year and a half, and nobody died in that year and a half. And on his 4th session, he died again.
What kind of character is he? So I never play that.
He's made a lot, so
Oh. Good to know. I did play the Walking Dead game. I played a game. And my guy died first round. First round, I just sat there the rest of the game like, okay, this is fun.
I feel like a game where there's a chance of that, you have to pull enough and be like, hey, have a backup character ready, just in case.
Oh, yeah, some guy in there, it was like on his 4th character. I was like, this is insane, bro. Like, I'm not even gonna give my guy names. It's just gonna be like supermarket dude.
Fantastic.
Oh. How do I've linked my demo playing character now. Account, I mean. What do I do now?
I mean, if it's linked, you should be able to just use that drop down that I posted a picture of in the chat.
Okay.
And critical successes in this game are doubles.
Yeah.
So that drop down.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I might have to. I'm just getting like the spinning wheel when I'm trying to import my character.
Yeah,
It
it's
can take a
slow
while.
sometimes.
you've been at Daggerheart for quite a while then, eh? Cake?
Like the beta materials for a long time, but I've had access to the the post-beta full release for a week and a half before it was publicly available.
Cool.
I'm looking forward to this system. I really am. I'm stoked to have the opportunity to do this with you guys.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about it, so
That's the thing. Like, I really hope that it doesn't fall flat on his face. I hope that it is what everybody says it is.
Like a lot of games, it's what you guys are going to make of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can see people coming from like 3.5 or Lancer coming into play this, and they would hate it so much.
well, I think it's also like, what are you looking for when you play a game? Is it super combat heavy, that's all you want? Or are you wanting to tell more of a story?
Yeah.
Or just kind of like rely on rules and mechanics to like carry you through, you know? Whereas, at least watching Age of Umbra, it's like, even for like that group, it seems it's like a lot heavier on, yeah, as you were saying, on the storytelling. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Critical Role ruined. Didn't ruin, but like set expectations. Yeah.
Big
Just the
time.
first couple games I went into, I was like, this is not what I thought it was going to be.
Where's the voices?
Yeah.
I want you to stand on the table and show me that you're a Balrog.
Yeah. Where are the 3D maps, guys?
Oh, dude, you should see. Well, you can kind of see it's half blurred, but yeah, I got a workshop behind me, man. I was doing everything once upon a time. All magnetic. I got 3D printers going. Like, I was so
Jesus.
happy just to go to VTT, especially once we broke level 10. I'm like, this is enough. I'm not mathing. I'm done building. I'm done mathing. We're moving.
There's a couple places locally that do live games, so I might check one of those out.
It's definitely worth it. It's a lot of fun. Like, we have ours in person every week, and it's a very different online yet. I haven't played online yet, so I am looking forward to that, just to see kind of what the difference is in the flavor and the feel.
Honestly, I can't really. I mean, I haven't played live. I feel like there's going to be a difference there, but it really just, I think, even live versus virtual, it's the group that you have.
100%.
And I think paid games are going to be a little bit more worth it.
Hopefully you have people that aren't there to waste your time.
Well, hopefully, yeah.
I want to see the Link demo playing character, but when I press it, it says link my demo playing account. But I've already done that.
Let's see. Why is it acting like that? This is definitely some weird
Shenanigans.
Be right back.
Do I need to do copy link maybe?
All I had to do was click the link demi-plane character, and it pretty much did it from there. I was already logged into Demiplane. It
Yeah.
popped a modal up, and it just made sure I wanted to do that, and it was fine with it. So, as far as the troubleshooting for it goes, I don't know why it's not doing it for you.
Yeah. It's really weird.
Especially just looking at, since we have Eret and Cross in here, and both of these characters have been in here. They got in here fast.
Yeah.
So
I don't know why this is weird for me.
So.
I'm gonna try again. Instead of view my characters or something. Hmm?
So, okay, when I go in there, I go to the drop down. I'm in the folder, or the area with all of the characters. I do not click plus character. I click the drop down right next to it.
Yeah. Yep.
It pops up Demiplane character. It gives a list of the characters I've made in Demiplane.
Oh, maybe I need to save it. Okay, I haven't saved my character yet. I think that's the problem. Oh my god.
I think Demiplane autosaves. Oh.
It does? But then I don't know why it's...
I forgot this. Sometimes I use like a weird browser, and that sometimes causes problems. Okay, I think I'm good. I still have to figure out my animal companion, so I'll keep you all apprised on my decision making there. It's not going to be a bear, I'll tell you that for free.
Can it please be so much bigger than him?
Possibly.
Piss off Reddit and do like a tortoise on a leash.
I'm gonna stream and you tell me what to do. Mm. So I'll
Okay. Yeah. That's where I've been going. A link to Micheal
Yeah.
character.
I'll press it.
Should link existing? Yeah. Okay, so edit
No,
successful.
account it says, okay. My account. Where would I find that?
Well, it says it linked, so
But then something else comes up and
well, okay. What happens when you try it one more time at that point? Because Zona was there. Okay.
yeah, but that's the one I made. But he
Um,
doesn't have any abilities or attributes.
Interesting.
But it says to go to my account.
And it gave you a pop up on the bottom that said
Yeah,
that
yeah.
it
my,
linked.
Yeah, it linked definitely, but I think I need to go to my account. Wait. And
To go over to your Demiplane account and check that it's, make sure that it's linked.
Oh, okay. Hold
So,
on.
in the settings somewhere.
Here. Or no?
No, that would just be for viewing.
Okay.
So I never had to change any settings inside of Demiplane.
No, it's just
Yeah.
like that's where I went to make sure that it was actually like that it was actually linked when I was having problems.
Mhm.
So if you click on your like in the top right there, the like your name or whatever, the green circle, whatever that one is. Yeah, and then into account settings, and then into sync accounts, and then check to see if it's worked there.
Account linked. Sync content,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't know. Yeah, you could try that, see what happens. But at least now, so it's yeah, I don't know.
Please. No. Do I need to go to my account here then? On Roll20?
You should go to the book at the top
Here, yeah, I haven't done that, but it's...
and click that link Demiplane character. You gotta go there.
I can do it again, I guess.
And then mine took me to the. Do you have pop-ups blocked?
Pop-ups, maybe...
Because that mine popped open a Demiplane and then had me select which character I wanted.
I can try again then.
Maybe log out of Roll20 and back in.
Technical difficulties. I'm gonna stop streaming then and...
Yep.
No, yeah.
I just put the YouTube and Twitch into the chat there, just in case you guys ever want to look back on this stuff, rewatch, spread around, it's up to you.
No, it doesn't work still.
I think it was working. You see, you were getting your picture of your orc there.
Yeah, but that's the one I
made.
made myself.
Oh,
Yeah.
explained. Gotcha.
The sheet integration is a pretty new thing, too. I'll have to dig around and see if I can find help from either of those sides. But on the upside, as long as your character is done and playing, it should be pretty easy once it gets fixed. Whatever problem we figure out.
Yeah. True. Can't I just copy and paste?
You can also do that,
link?
yeah. Yeah, I should be able to import it manually like that.
Edit character. Character sheet. Well, I mean, I don't know. I could export it to a PDF as well.
PDF isn't going to be the best option. Okay. Just give me a sec. Let's see. Okay, I guess does Roll20 not do a JSON import or anything like that? Guess not. That would be much too easy, I guess.
I mean, could you just have my what's it called? I could just roll dice on. Could just roll dice like this, and I just check my sheet all the time.
I'm still gonna see if I can figure out what the problem is.
Yeah, sure. That would be much appreciated. Oh, I accidentally made 3 characters. Can you delete them? I wanted to see if I could make it work. Should I authorize with Discord as well, or no? Roll 20. Maybe that's why. Cause I don't know. It is weird.
Okay, so what I'm going to have you do, just to see if this works instead. Go here.
What the?
And this
Go
is
away.
just a.
I don't
It's
see
still.
your screen.
No, I posted a link.
Okay, put a link.
And it's just a different location inside of Roll20 that makes it so you can see. You should be able to see all of your characters. And there's another option to link there.
Link there. Okay. No, that's
Still not working?
no. It doesn't want to link my account for some reason. But do I have my account on private? Maybe that's the thing. Account settings. Think. But it says on my demo plan. It says my Roll20 is linked.
Okay.
Sync content.
I had to disable like a pop-up blocker thingy. I don't know.
Pop-up blocker. What do you mean? Do I have that on maybe?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm gonna import them.
Interesting. It's it's acting like I own Zodan for some reason right now.
Okay.
Which is very confusing. Because I went to the that page that I linked. I asked it to import characters from this game, and the only option I have is Zodan.
Something when you shared the demiplane thing somehow. Created something weird, maybe.
Okay. But why is that the case?
I have no clue why yours would be the only that is acting like that. Because you have ownership over it in Roll20. There's no question there. And I don't actually have it in my Nexus.
Yeah, I could import it, but I can't click my character. It says it's not supported or something.
Yeah, that's what happens when I try to click too.
Rebuild.
I have both pop-ups disabled. Where do I change that?
I mean, you're using Opera or
Opera, yeah. Opera GX, yeah.
which should be fine for Roll20. Let's see. If you're facing issues loading any site or disable pop-ups, how do you do that? Okay. What might be easiest, I say easiest, is putting a pop-up exemption just for Roll20 in.
How do you do that?
It varies based on the browser, but let's see. Couple ways to change it. It says there's a shield icon at the right end of the address, which I think I already saw you click that and turn it on.
Yeah, I did. Oh, but I didn't click off it on the dummy plane. Maybe that is why. I'm gonna try it now. Wait. It's really odd. If it was that easy, I'm actually gonna be mad. But can't you turn on ownership to me? Because it's your character now, apparently.
Oh,
You said.
I don't own the character actually inside of the game, though. That's the weird thing. I looked at it as far as, like, on the edit section, it does say that you own it still. So, let's see. What about this? Okay, to take advantage of Demiplane's sheets, you must be signed in and enable pop-ups. If you are automatically signed in, please enable pop-ups or log into Demiplane, then refresh the game. I literally just downloaded Opera GX to see if I can replicate your problem. Let's see.
Does anyone else have Opera GX?
Is it not? Okay.
It could be my. Wait. It could be I have a uBlock origin as well. That may be the case. It doesn't work.
Key.
No.
Continue. Oh, come on. Okay, it took me that long to actually be able to log into everything in place. Okay, let's see. Character. Demic plane character. Huh. Yeah, it worked for me right away.
Oh wow. I don't understand this. Maybe I have an option on that isn't you're not supposed to have on.
When you click on the shield, right now when
Yeah.
I click on the shield, I have both block ads off and block tracker because I just installed it, or so.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
the same for you.
Yeah, I don't have them on both sites, websites.
Pop up locked. What's this? Okay, okay. So I have another maybe here. Okay, I'm going to refresh the page. Let's see if it gives that again. Okay, so to the at the top you should have a series, the box and the pin. Do you have one to the left of?
To the left of the pin.
Yes.
No, I don't have the one to the left of the pin.
Okay. Okay. Because that was the notification for me that it had initially locked a pop-up. And when I looked at the pop-up, it was Nexus integration, so... Let's see. So, okay. I'm going to keep looking into this. We have a couple weeks. Hopefully we can get it fixed before then. Otherwise, I'm just going to have you send me, like, link me the character in the Discord, and I'll just fill it out myself. And that'll be... Then we'll just all still have ours in the same place, but I'm going to still try to get this, actually.
Yeah. Otherwise, you have to click stuff for me, basically. I just say what to do.
No, if I put the character in, I can assign. I usually do make... Like, I'm pretty accustomed to issuing out characters, even through Roll20. So, yeah, it won't... it won't be a big deal if the integration doesn't. I would just prefer if it did, but we can functionally do this without it. It won't be a big deal. Other than that, does anybody have any other questions tonight right now?
No, I guess the biggest thing for myself would just be kind of setting the scene or where we're going to end up, or if you're still in the midst of figuring all that out, we'll figure out over the next few weeks.
Yeah, like I mentioned, initial scene is you're just gonna get dropped into the town more or less. The beginning is always the most awkward part. I have not been happy with most intro scenario, massive buy-in characters that like an established group. Like, even then it can be difficult, so. But yeah, I'll give you some more details as I look over the characters and everything and get everything more properly established.
Yeah, no, and I'm sure that we'll keep on chatting over the next few weeks here and keep on developing our characters, and especially once we know again where we are, that kind of stuff, then we can kind of build on that together and have something fleshed out a little bit better for you to build off of here. So
yeah. If other than that we're all set, I'm just going to wrap up tonight, and yeah, we'll keep talking over the Discord. I'm going to try to solve those problems, and if anybody else has any other questions, let me know.
Nope.
Other than that, yeah, I'll talk to you all in a...
Well, it was nice chatting with all of you in person-ish here, and it's time to shake off the rust and have some fun with this.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, keep the communication lines open for the next few weeks. Let's keep on trying to build some stuff and figure out who we are as individuals.
A band, yeah.
Yeah, right on.
Right on.
Deadly.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good for the night.
Yeah,
You guys
thanks.
have a great one. And we'll chat over the next bit.
Yeah, see ya.
Guys.
Okay. Bye for now. And stream. Thanks for watching. For whoever was watching, not much happened, but we'll make like bandits and have some fun with this as we progress. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.